Hey Virgos, welcome to Tarot and Heal. Welcome to the place where we tarot and heal our way to self-love and unity consciousness. What's going on with the Virgo collective? Thank you. Welcome to your November reading. Sorry. I skipped the prayer and everything. Okay. I come to you humbly, God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Virgo collective needs to know? Thank you. All right, so we have Connect to the Heart coming out. The Pillar, and Nature. Okay. Taurus had this energy where there's a need to go with the flow here. All right. You're being spiritually guided. I feel like there might be a need to pray more. There's a need to co-create with the universe more. Ask, tune in, meditate, ask questions, okay? Ask questions and wait for the answers. Like if you don't have a relationship with your guides, it's time to try and start doing that, okay? Like it doesn't have to be a grand gesture, all right? It can just be like, hey, I am asking whoever's watching and waiting for me to talk. I'm asking this question. I need an answer, okay? And just see how they answer. If you don't like the method and how they answer, ask them to change that. If you do tarot card readings, then obviously that's a great channel for them to answer. But it can come through many different ways. There's a need to move more from your heart space, more from your intuitive guidance, and building a new foundation with the Pillar. We're all being led to connect more to our heart because our heart energy, our heart space is a portal to our intuition. All right. Sorry. All right, let's see what's going on with the Virgo collective. What's going on with Virgos for November? For the first half of November, thank you so much. All right. There's some juggling. There's some going back and forth about the past. Okay. We have the Six of Cups coming out with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Or there was some juggling and there's no longer. All right. With the Nine. Okay. See, it's going back and forth. Like first it said there's no juggling, and then I was like, yeah, it's juggling, but now here we are with the Nine of Swords. It's like you were overthinking a situation. Just excuse the lighting, please. I'm sorry, the lighting is, I have to work on it, okay? But we have the Nine of Swords coming out, which is that overthinking energy. It's like sometimes you're completely sure about something, and sometimes you're like on the fence. Needing to make a final judgment call on a person or a situation. I feel like making this judgment call on if this is a person, or whatever it is, I feel like it's a pivotal decision that's going to lead to a new foundation, all right? It's going to turn a new leaf for you. All right. What's going on? Okay. You have to trust your intuition more. The Queen of Cups coming out at the bottom of the deck here. What's the Six of Cups about? Tower. Okay, Seven of Arrows, yeah. All right, that's what I thought was happening. All right, so we have the Six of Cups coming out here. That past energy, right? It could be a soulmate energy. It's a Tower moment about like either someone newly did this deceptive thing with the Seven of Swords, or you're finding out about something that happened in the past, whatever the case is. You have to make a final judgment call about how you feel about their deception. It seems like you're going back and forth about it, though. I'm going to say that you're probably being led to... All right, let's see. Before I say anything. It's probably going to be different for everyone. See, you're taking a more grown perspective towards something. Oh, it's a more renewed perspective towards like how somebody behaved. if you knew somebody might have done something in the past and you probably overlooked it. And you're like, oh, okay, it's fine. And now you like kind of got wiser, and now you're like, wait, am I okay with that? And for some of you guys, it could be a delayed reaction. Okay, for some of you guys, it's like a new thing, and now you have to, either way, you have to make a judgment call on this person and figure out if you are okay with them being with what they did. That's what's happening. The thing is, you've been loyal to them for a really long time. We have the Child card coming out here. Okay, along with the Dog card. You've been loyal to them for a really long time. This could be a childhood friend. It could be someone that you have children with. Okay, it's just something, you're tied to them. Okay, but now you're like, I'm kind of growing and healing. Am I okay with them moving in this way now? You probably let someone slide with certain things for a while. And now it's time to connect to your heart space. Like, instead of being, some of you guys let it slide because you had loyalty to them. And now you're connecting more to your heart space and you're becoming more loyal to you. And now it's making you question the things that you let slide. Like, am I disrespecting myself by letting it slide? You know? Okay. You're getting, some of you guys are going back and forth. You're getting hung up on words of commitment. You might be looking closer at their words. It's like, okay, like, you're trying to find forgiveness, find compassion, but then it's like you're scanning their energy, you're scanning their past, you're scanning old, you're scanning like conversations that you guys had. You're reviewing. You're reviewing before you make a judgment call. Probably so you don't have to go through this again, okay? But for some of you guys, you're trying to figure out, like, is it worth it? Have they learned? Are they better? Was it intentional? You know, things like that. Tell me more about the Two of Pentacles. Before you make a final judgment call, because now you're definitely in magician mode, all right? You're in magician mode, and now it's like, I feel like you're being led to close this door, all right? You're trying to find, it's like you're grabbing at straws a little bit to find a way not to close the door. That's what it's looking like. You might be focusing on like old conversations and you're trying to defend them. You're being their lawyer you're being their defense lawyer against yourself. That's what it's looking like. Because you don't want to let it go. You're committed to this situation. So you kind of want to give them an out. But this feels like an internal battle here. Alright, so the Nine of Swords. You have the Hermit card coming out. There's no need to rack your brain about this. We do have the Ace of Cups coming out. We're going to look into what that new heart space opening is. But it does seem like there's a need to look in so you can see a new perspective. This could be a renewal of love. There might be a new perspective that you need to have with this person. Or the perspective, it's a more mature perspective, right? All right, hold on. Why is this Ace of Cups here? For some of you guys, you're just going to realize, like, okay, it might be a renewed love between you guys, right? A fresh new start. But this time it's like, all right, I'm calling out the bullshit when I see it. Now I'm not letting it slide, you know? For some of you guys, that's all you really need to do. It does seem like it can go either way, though. Like, some of you guys might just drop it. Some might give them a second chance. Some might drop it. Some might call them out and be like, okay, but don't do this again. Slap their hands, slap their wrists. Okay, that's a discipline card, cracking the whip on them. Don't do that again. I caught you in that. I let you slide. And I need to let you know that I saw that and I let you slide. Like I spared you. And some people are just going to be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm move on to my own thing. Wow, okay. Either way, whatever someone chooses to do, it is... Someone's very clear about someone being deceptive, okay? And they don't feel okay about it. But now it's like, are you going to try and talk? Are you about to be their defense lawyer and try to defend them? Which is weird. It's like, you might talk yourself into, like, it's not, you can't, you probably initially talked yourself into why it was okay or why you can let it slide before. Now it's like you realize you shouldn't have let that slide. And now it's like, okay, but, and now you're trying to find another reason to keep them there. It's weird. But it is a step up. It is a level up. It's better than just denying their wrongdoing, which is probably what was happening before. Now it's like you're not denying the wrongdoing. Now it's like, okay, I forgive you, but now I have to figure out how to move forward. How can I get this equal reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles here? Before you didn't know how to handle it, or you weren't handling it at all. Why is this Ace? It's an Ace of Swords coming out in reverse, but the Strength card is coming out in the middle of the reading, which is great. I feel like the ball is in your court, okay? I feel like you not speaking on it. You not speaking on it was putting you in a disempowering situation. But now we have the Strength card coming out. Holy cow, with this freaking lighting. I have to work on this. We have the Strength card coming out with the Page of Arrows here. This new way of thinking, this new way of being, new way of communicating from a more empowered place, okay? We have the Seven of Wands. You know that you're in the right here. You know you have the high ground in this situation. Maybe before you didn't think so, and that's why you let something slide. All right. Why is this Ace of Swords here? This is tough. I'm seeing 22 and 2 2s. A lot of 2s here. This is a split decision for sure. Maybe you guys will start seeing 2 2s, okay? If there's a need to go into hermit mode and figure out why you're holding on, why you're being the defense lawyer against you. You're arguing for your limitations. You're arguing for why you should accept it, accept the treatment. It's okay to forgive, but then it's just like making a judgment call on this person's character that needs to happen. All right. It does seem like there's, yeah, it's like, it's weird because it's not denial. Like, you know what's happening. You know that something was wrong. Something was shady. It's just not wanting to be alone that's making you try to give them another chance, okay? We do have the Ace of, the Wheel of Fortune and the Navigator coming out. The Wheel of Fortune, obviously, a brand new fortunate cycle. It's an upgrade on the horizon. The Navigator is like still like, it's the opposing energy here. Because the Navigator is similar to the Death card, okay? It's like you want a new beginning with this person, but you don't want everything to end and everything to be completely new. if you leave this person behind, everything will be completely new. Everything will be different. Everything will change. You don't want the full transformation. It's like you want a little bit of it. So it's like, I want to change the dynamic of this relationship. I don't want to leave you completely and then not have you in my life, and that is a totally new world. Oh, okay. So you have the King of Wands coming out in reverse here, along with the World card. Wow. I see. It's looking like this is rough. With the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse at the bottom of the deck, it's definitely soul tie, soulmate energy here. It's like you want to see if they learned their lesson. Okay, that's what's happening. All right. I mean, hey, that's fair. The grace. You're giving them a grace period. You're secretly hoping that they learn their lesson and they can apologize and turn a new leaf like you want them to. If they don't, then I feel like you're going to just go for this upgrade and move on. It depends on the situation, all right? If this is a full-on relationship, it's like it already has a very clear direction of what's about to happen next. It seems like you're just holding up the process because you just want to make sure that you made the right decision, and that's totally fine. You do what you have to do to make sure that you made the right decision so that you don't have any regrets and have any questions. So we have the abundance here, the fish card, along with this matters of the heart card, okay? 24, 34. Okay, you're leveling up to your own abundance here. You know that there's more fish in the sea. You're trying to figure out, like, before I go out into the sea, let me see what this motherfucker's about to do. It's a clouded, it's just your judgment's a little bit clouded, all right? But it's because you don't want to leave any stone unturned. You don't want to say that you haven't tried or given it your all before you finally turn a new leaf. That's totally fair. All right, let's see what the blockages are, what you're failing to see. With the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse, I don't know if you guys are talking like that, or just not on the best terms. Maybe you guys are, like, it seems like you guys kind of have your backs turned towards each other. But, all right, let's look into the blockages. What's the blockages for Virgo? What's the block? There we go. Thank you. Okay. With the Six of Pentacles and the Star card, you're holding up your healing process because you're trying to see if they can give you what you want. That's a tough one. You know what you have to do. And even if this is like a relationship that you're actually in, this could be you being led to move on, okay, separate from this relationship, or it's like no longer depending on them to be a partner, you know. Maybe still being in the relationship and not depending on them like the way, or not leaning on them the way you once did. It's a shift in the dynamic for sure. Why is the Six of Pentacles here? You had expectations for this situation, and you're trying to see if they can match it. You're realizing that they're not matching the expectations, but you're still like, but it's something like their words probably made you feel like it probably fed into an expectation. So you're like, okay, maybe they're working on it. I'm going to give them a grace period to really like deliver. They're not delivering. They probably had some big dreams or some big talk. See, there's a need to reflect on, see, if this is like, if this was a long-term situation, then I don't think there's really much more of a grace period that's necessary. Let me keep it real with you. Because we're at the 9 of Wands, okay, which is like kind of almost at the last leg at this point. And it does seem like the universe is sounding off an alarm for it's time to actually make a judgment call on this person. A 7 of Pentacles and a 6 of Cups. It's like, okay, what have they actually given you so far? Like, it's like, okay, pencils down, test over. Hand in your paper, grade them. It's time to grade them based on what they've done so far. They don't get extra time. Like, that's what I'm feeling here. There's a need. 7 of Pentacles. What's the return on your investment? What have they offered? Okay, and how do you need to move moving forward with the Page of Pentacles? Have they gone past a certain level? Have they offered just a page? The Page is like the lowest one, right? And the Emperor is the highest, right? Empress. Have they went past like Page level? Like, they said a lot, but did they just offer? It has a feeling of someone falling short of what the big dreams that they were offering. I feel like if you're resonating with this, they had ample time to live up to this dream that they fed, that they fed. More star energy. You know, I just feel like they had a lot of shiny energy. See, the thing is, looking back at what they've actually, the concrete evidence of whatever they said that they were going to deliver on, that's going to make it very clear for you. It's going to clear out this whole clouded judgment that you have of them. For some of you guys, you have a home with them, right? Okay. There's a need, like, it's one thing if somebody is saying like they have these lofty dreams and they didn't get there yet. That's fine. Did they ever take steps to getting there, though? Like, it's like, what steps did they take? After all this time, like, were they just hyping up? Were they just saying words? Or did they actually show that they're making progress? Because now at this time, I do feel like right now, this is where, like, the return on investments are coming in, where people are seeing, like, who has done the work and who hasn't, you know? This is like the final, like, everybody's getting their grade on a cosmic level. So it might be safe for you to grade them fairly at this point. And I feel like you already know what the grade is. Okay. There's something about the communication. I don't feel like their words matched up to their actions. So that caused a bit of a disappointment. And you're trying to give them a benefit of the doubt. What's the, what are they failing to say? You're trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, maybe they're still working on it. That's what they're striving to be. They didn't get there yet. It's fine. But it's like, were they actually trying and putting an effort, or were they just trying to say things to string you along? What actual effort have they put in? It's something about the words. You got to study their communication, like past conversations or something. All right, you'll find some answers there. You'll find some clarity in that. Just put the loyalty to the side for a minute and just really look at their words. It's like they were faking something. Oh, the last reading was about imposter syndrome, right? Not imposter syndrome, an actual imposter. Someone saying something and they were kind of a fraud. All right, so it's still dealing with this energy. It's like you know that they're a fraud and you're like, It's like somebody saying like, yeah, I have a couple of houses, out in Jamaica, and I have this and that over in the Cayman Islands, and then like you find out they don't have any of it. And it's like, okay, like it's fine that you don't have it. That's not why I got with you, but you didn't have to do that. And it's like, because it's not that big of a deal, because it's not the reason why you got with them. You were ready to let it slide, but now you're looking at it like, wait, you really lied. Like you were super deceptive. Like you're focusing, you're realizing like what it took for someone to actually do that. What mindset would you have to be in to actually do that? It's a lie. So then you look at it like, okay, okay, they're just dreaming big. Okay, I mean, I know they're ambitious. This is what they want to do. Let's see. But there's a need for you to actually look at it like, is this what they're used to telling? Is this what they tell people to impress people? Or is this like them speaking things into existence and actually working on it? You know what I mean? It's two different things here. I don't know. All right. What you're failing to see with the Four of Wands coming out in reverse and the Seven of Wands here. It's like they might have talked themselves up a big deal, and you're realizing that they're not. Like, you actually have the high ground in this situation. They probably came through like they had a lot to offer, and you're realizing they don't really have much. They don't match up as a partner. But they presented themselves. They faked the funk. The words, man. It's something about the communication. Their words. See, and it kind of made you feel like they were a wish fulfillment. It probably also made you feel like you needed them as a partner. See, see, that's the thing. It was like a little, it might have been like a few, it might have been white lies. But these white lies had a domino effect on how you looked at them and how you looked at yourself and how you looked at the partnership. It seemed like white lies, but they had significant, effects. It's like, because of this, let's stick to the example, because they had this white lie of having property out in wherever, it made you feel like you were dealing with someone who made smart financial decisions, right? It made you feel like, okay, I'm with someone who can build. I'm with a man or a woman with a plan. I'm with someone who is, who's already stable within themselves. They don't need, like, they're not depending on me. I can depend on them, right? But then when you realize that they don't have anything and that you actually have more assets than they do, then you're realizing like, whoa, this really changes the dynamic. You see what I'm saying? It's a little lie, but it has such a significant shift. It causes such a shift in a perspective. Oh, wow. Because whatever the white lies were, it made them seem like a wish fulfillment. Wow. Some of you guys, there's somebody else who's actually that coming up. So that's interesting. Wow. I don't know who that's for. That's going to be for somebody. I feel like for some of you guys, there's an upgrade right around the corner. I say this because we do have the two suitors coming out. This could be masculine, feminine, doesn't matter. It's like you're replacing one with another. That's what it's looking like here. With the compass, it's like you know where the real deal is. Okay, you realize that you might have been with a fraud. And it took a while for you to like dive deep and figure that one out. But now that the fraud has been exposed, it's like the real deal is popping up. You're realizing this person has no juice. And then you're finding someone who does have the juice that this person claims to have. That's going to be a breakthrough. Also, with the Justice card, is making things right. Like, you're getting what you deserve. You're getting equal reciprocity. You're getting the person that you wanted in this, the thing that you wanted in this person that you thought you were getting, but you were just being strung along. Now you're going to find someone who actually has that. You know, that's, ooh, that's tough. All right, what's the advice? Go with the flow here. Ain't nothing to say about that. Go with the flow. This is a tough energy to navigate. Especially if this is like a long-term situation. If you're with them, like with the home situation, it's like if you guys built a life together, oof, and you guys got married and then realized like, oh, I have to front the bill, or my credit is way better than yours. You know, things like that. Like, they probably lied about their credit score, and now you're finding, now when it comes down to it, when you guys got to finance whatever, now it's just like then you really find out what their credit score really is because you never really checked in. You know, things like that. Those little lies. It just like, well, it's like painting a different picture of this person. You're like, oh, you are not who I thought you were at all. You know, you just kind of faked your way into this thing. Let's see advice. You have the Knight of Wands coming out. I mean, well, what's the advice from the universe? Thank you. Look, it's looking like just the Knight of Wands. I mean, is there anything else? The Knight of Wands is like moving on. It's moving forward. Moving full steam ahead. Like, see, like I said, with the High Priestess, you already know what's happening. You know what's happening here. You just don't want to feel the loneliness of it. That's the only thing that's stopping you. The Ten of Cups, you're like, oh, this isn't, I thought this was my happy ever ending. It's not. You're realizing it's not, okay? You're trying, and then you're like, can you just, okay, I know you are lying. I know you're a fraud. Now, can you just make the happy ever ending happen? Like, you have the vision for it. Can you actually deliver now? Like, I realize that you didn't deliver. I realize that you can't, that you weren't able to deliver. Now I'm giving you a second chance. Please deliver before I leave your ass. You know, but with the Lover's card, it seems like the trust might have already been broken, but somebody's still trying. And you know what? That I gotta respect that, okay? But really it's coming, the trying is really coming from like the Five of Pentacles. It's like you just don't want to feel, you don't want to feel alone, okay? And that's the reason for the overthinking of the Nine of Swords. But deep down, it feels like this is the beginning of the end. This is tough. This is rough. This is a rough energy here. Wow. What do the romance angels have to say? Heart-to-heart conversations need to be had. All right. Honestly, discuss your feelings with each other. This seems like an internal thing. You need to talk to them about this. Like, hey, you promised a lot. You definitely under-delivered. What are we going to do about this? Because I fell in love with a person who had this and that, who said that they could do this, who had these dreams, and I'm realizing that you're not that. What are you going to do about that? Are you going to live up to these expectations? You promised me this white horse. Where's my white horse? I do feel like there can be Okay. I feel like the heart-to-heart conversation can turn things around. It's like if this is a long-term relationship, then you're just learning more about this person. You're just learning them on a deeper level, okay? Now you're realizing, like, hey, okay, this person, and I do feel like there's a lot of grace coming from the Virgos and or whoever is dealing with this fraud energy. They're like, okay, I understand why you did that. All right. Um, yeah, I understand why you did that, and I'm going to forgive you. It was fucked up. It's pissing me off, and it broke my trust. But can you actually deliver on that? Can you be the person that you dream to be? Now that we have it out in the open that you're not that, maybe you can be more authentic, and I can help you get there. Too much. Pay attention to the red flags. They're still who they are. Just because you realize it and you call them out doesn't mean that they're going to change necessarily. So still pay attention to their words and see if it matches up to their actions with consistency, okay? But we do have flirt. We have playfulness. We have heart-to-heart conversations. All right. I don't know if this is a new energy coming in. This does feel like it could be new for some of you guys. But for some of you guys, it's just a heart-to-heart conversation can just lead to another level, a deeper level of love and understanding of who this person is. So then you might realize, okay, this person was being a fraud because of whatever happened in childhood and blah, blah, blah. Then you guys have a deeper understanding. They won't feel the need to be this way anymore. It could lead to that. All right. For some of you guys, you might just decide to cut your losses and somebody else might be coming along. If somebody else is coming along, keep it light. Okay. Yeah. This is a split. So this is going to go either way. Some people it's going to work out. Some people it won't. All right. It depends on how both parties navigate that energy. All right. Well, thank you so much, Virgo. Let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG. That's Tower and Hill. If you want a personal reading, check out the info box below. If you want to be an angel donor, check out the Patreon link below. You also get early access to the readings, okay, as well as exclusive content, behind the scenes content, as well as, more serious, in-depth conversations regarding spirituality, okay? The things that I might not want to put on YouTube. All right, well, thank you so much. Let me know what you think, and peace.